Hello, in this video you will be factoring. You will not be informed of which method to use, so you will have to determine which one to use. I will give you some hints in these examples. Let's start with the one on the top left. So as you can see on the top left we have a trinomial. So before we have used the pound sign method. However, if you look on this side, there are four different factoring methods that we can use. We always start from the top. If you can perform the one at the top, then it will make the bottom ones easier and they will go faster. So let's start with step number one. Do we have a greatest monomial factor? That means, is there a number that we can factor out? Well, if you look at 3, 24, and 21, they're all factorable by 3. They can all be divided by 3. That means we will be factoring 3 as a monomial. 3 divided by 3 is 1. We don't put a 1, and we will break down the letters for now. 24 divided by 3 is 8, plus 8, I will bring down the x, and last but not least, 21 divided by 3 is 7. See, if we look at the first term, this one has an x squared, x times x, the next one would be just x, and the last one does not have a letter. That means that we cannot factor out a letter from this one. However, we were able to perform step number 1. If you are able to perform step number 1, step number 2, you can actually go ahead and skip that one. Now let's look at step number 3. Are there two terms? We have x squared, we have 8x, and we have 7. That is 3 terms. That means that we will be skipping step number 3. And we will go to step 4. Are there 3 terms? There are. And we have to determine, do we have a equals to 1 or a bigger than 1? What is the number in front of the x squared? Not outside the parentheses, but still inside the parentheses. We have a 1. We will be looking at this one. Means pound sign method for this one. If you require help on the pound sign method, please refer to the video factoring trinomials with a equals to 1. So here I will put a is 1, b is 8, c equals 7. So here's 7. This one is a times c. 1 times 7 is 7. I need to find two numbers here that when I multiply them, I get them 7. And when I add them, I get 8. 1 times 7 gives me 7. Those add up to 8. On the left side, I have 1 times 1. Now 1 times which number gives me 1? 1 times 1. 1 times which number gives me 7? 7. And we are ready to get the two factors. One of them being this one, and the other one being the 1 and the 7. Of course, not forgetting to add the x's in both. Here's the space for the two factors, the purple one and the orange one. The orange being x plus 1, the purple being x plus 7.